Hi, welcome to my channel Cloud with Girish. I'm Girish, an AWS community builder and cloud tech enthusiast with expertise in delivering customer-focused and business-impacting cloud transformation programs of high complexity. In my previous video, I shared how I used AWS Kiro vibe coding feature to build a customer lookup API powered by API Gateway, Lambda, DynamoDB, and AWS SAM. Unlike traditional IDE, Kiro is GenAI-enabled IDE that support both specs-driven development and vibe coding. In addition to specs and vibe coding, hooks are another powerful features that automate repetitive tasks. This feature saves developer valuable time and allow them to focus more on the functional aspect of software development. When working on rapid application development, automating repetitive tasks can save significant time and reduce errors. Kiro IDE, known for accelerating full-stack app development with AI-powered code generation, also supports the hook feature, a powerful way to trigger automatic actions whenever your code changes. In this video, I will explore how Kiro's hook feature works using a simple Hello World Python program. I will show how hooks can automatically update a README file whenever the Python code is modified. I will then add another hook that not only create or update the README file, but also run Bandit, an open source tool that scans Python code for common security vulnerability such as hard-coded passwords. Let's see what did I build and why. So I wanted to demonstrate how Kiro hooks are another value-added feature of the GenAI-enabled IDE. Hooks can automate repetitive tasks such as updating documentation or scanning code for security vulnerabilities. Here are the two hooks I created. The first hook is for documentation update, and the instruction for Kiro agent are basically saying that whenever the Python source files is modified, then review the change and update the documentation. So this is just the instruction for the Kiro agent. And the second hook actually takes it one step further. Though in this scenario, it's not only updating the documentation, but also running the security scan using Bandit. So this is another set of instruction for Kiro agent where I'm saying that, hey, update the documentation and run the security scanning also. Now, this is a simple Hello World program because the goal was not to build like any production ready code, but to use a simple function to demonstrate how Kiro hooks can automate repetitive tasks, allowing developers to invest their time in building business logic instead of routine maintenance, right? So README file can be updated automatically while the developer focus on other more important business logic and the function creation part. So let's look at, like, before diving in, let's review the diagram to understand how these components interact. So we have a simple Hello World Python program. We also have a Bandit package, and then we have two Kiro hooks. One is to update README. Second is that update the README and also run Bandit. Prerequisite for this is basically you need to have Kiro IDE installed and ready to use. You need to have Python 3 installed on your local machine, and then you also need the Bandit package installed for Python. If you don't have Bandit package, then you just simply run the command pip install Bandit. Let's look at what are hooks in Kiro IDE. So hooks in Kiro IDE are automated trigger that run specific actions when defined event occur, such as when a file is created, file is saved, or file is deleted. There is also a manual trigger, so you can invoke a hook manually. You can use hook for variety of different scenario. You can update the documentation automatically. You can regenerate the API specs when endpoint changes. You can generate commit message or summaries based on the updated code. You can run the code scan when code is added or updated, and many more scenarios. So hooks bring automation directly into your development environment, making workflow smarter and faster without relying on external scripts. This saves time by letting the AI agent handle repetitive tasks while developers focus on innovation and quality. So here is a example screen where I have a title for the hook, there is a description, and then there is an event, and there are instructions for the Kiro agent. Let's review the hook. So here is how this hook gonna function, right? So there is a hello world function. It's a very simple function that I have created. Only thing is saying is hello world, and basically it's invoking that function here. Now, because we have a hook configured, which is updating the README file on the save the file event. So saving this file will trigger the event, and you should see the README file has been created. So a README file will look like this, which is basically gonna tell you that what this program is all about, and the function definition, how you can run this program, and so on, right? So this is a simple example of how Kiro hook took care of creating the README file based on the function code. If you update the code further, then Kiro will update the README document to align with the code. Now, here is the second hook where update the function code. So here we are basically updating the same function, and I'm adding a parameter this time. That takes the name and then print the message. So here, I'm also adding a variable to store a hard-coded password because I want to test the second hook which gonna scan for it, right? So here is the function, that hello world function I have updated. Now I have a name, and then I am also saying, hey, password is like just hard-coded password, GB_password. So now when I save this, this will trigger the hook, and you should see that README file has been updated. And because now this hook is doing like second action also, so you will see a code scanning result informing of security vulnerability in the code due to hard-coded password. So here I have like this scanning that has been completed, and it's saying that scan has detected this password. So this is the bandit package that's doing it, right? But hook is invoking it. So now you will see that there is an update to the README file because we changed the function, and now I have a parameter for that function. So README file has been updated to say that this function, this takes a parameter, and then it's also added about the scanning. So this is really cool because all I did was put focus on my function code, and the hook took care of updating the README file and running the scan as soon as I save the code, because that's the event I configured the hooks on. So let's see it in action quickly. I'll show you that how it looks like when we repeat this scenario, if I make any change in the function. So we will see it in action. So let's see it in action. I have the Kiro IDE up here, and if you see here, I have a Python function just like I was describing in the video. So this function here is taking a parameter and then is gonna like print it. I also have an hard-coded password here. I also have like here, if I go to the Kiro, then I will see that I have the hook configured, right? So I'm gonna like run this hook here, and this hook is configured to get invoked on file saved event, just like I was explaining in the video. So as soon as I save the file, it should trigger the hook. So now if I go here, and let's look at the README file also. And this is the README file that has been generated here, right? So it's giving an example that, hey, you can use the hello world by passing a parameter. And then it also has noted that it has found like a password, hard-coded password, right? So let's go to our function here. I'll close the README. Let's go here. And what I will do, because I need to like make some change so that I can invoke it, right? So I save it. So let's say I'll call it like Girish password just to make a change. And then I have hello world Girish, and so I save it. So let's save it. Now, once I save, it's gonna trigger. So it has triggered the hook here. And let's see that, yeah, it did. Let's see if it found the message. So we will look for the message. It's saying hard-coded password string, and see it's saying that issue is that Girish password. So if I go in my README file, I should see those changes here, right? So no changes in the function because I did not change the function definition itself, but I do expect that it has updated the further based on the scanning. So if you see here, this is a README file. It was saying GB password found, but now it's saying that, hey, there is a hard-coded password, Girish password, because that's what I changed in the program. So it's pretty cool because I don't have to go back and basically like, update the documentation. The hook took care of it. So this was a very simple example based on a hello world. But again, the intent was not to create a complicated program, but more like show that how a hook can automate some of the repetitive tasks. So in this video, I demonstrated how Kiro can accelerate development by bringing automation directly into the development workflow, allowing developers to focus more on creativity and logic rather than repetitive maintenance tasks. Whether you are updating documentation, generating commit message, formatting code, or scanning code, Hook acts as your silent co-developer working in partnership. By starting with the small practical examples and gradually combining them, you can create a fully automated environment where every code change triggers meaningful action. Experiment with these hooks idea and see how Kiro transforms your everyday coding experience. Generative AI is transforming the way code is built, and tools like Kiro makes the process even easier. While debugging can become more challenging as more code is generated with generative AI, Kiro features such as specs-driven development and design documentation generation can help address these challenges. I believe this is just the beginning, and these tools will continue to evolve rapidly. I'm constantly creating new content on various AWS topics, so please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the Cloud with Girish channel. Your support helps me continue producing valuable AWS tutorials and workshops. Stay tuned for more exciting content.